first message that wants to come through is look fear in the eyes and push through. Don't let fear stop you. Sometimes you may be getting started on something, even if it's not even brand new, and you will have this fear that will rise up, that will cause you to not want to get started. And I keep hearing push through. Also at this time, many of you are receiving, I heard grand, like a picture of the grand big picture that is connected to the next cycle of your life. I heard something about revisiting your past, and I'm also hearing something about past lives. What I want to add to the past lives is today's titled video is it's safe now. It is okay to be you. Let the walls fall down. And I'm going to get into the past life, but I'm also hearing a witch wound, which is connected to the story I'm going to give real quick. And many of you may or may have not heard of what they call the witch wound. Long story short, many people in their past life was wounded from speaking their truth, from, I'm hearing, being authentic, right? That time is far behind you. You are safe to speak your truth, and you are safe to be your authentic self. Now into a quick view of a past life memory I had before. One of my past life memories, I used to wonder why I had weird irritations in the throat in the past, and why it seemed so hard for me to just speak my truth. Yeah, of course, with my childhood experiences, also put a little damage there too. But it was deeper than that as well. And I had a very hard challenge to face on learning how to communicate, learning how to actually give meaning to what I'm experiencing versus just reacting. And so I asked my spirit to show me a past life memory. And one of my memories was given to me in meditation one day. And I saw my throat get slit from speaking my truth, from being myself. And then when I discovered that, I realized that that was playing a role in my life today. And that was prior to me discovering it, right? In that moment that I was in. So some of you, that may resonate with you. And there was many times when things was really challenging to let go of, that had fear on it or whatever on it, but it was in my way in my life today, this lifetime. And I would so ask my spirit to show me what happened in a past life. And it may link to this certain situation. And I was given that vision. And once I healed these things in this lifetime, they disappeared. The fears went away, right? Some of the blocks disappeared. Sometimes it feels like you're healing yourself over and over again. Sometimes you may heal something that disappears right away. If there's something linked to something else that's deep within you, then it won't all the way disappear. In time, whatever else is linked to that particular thing will present itself to be released. Maybe someone needed that clarity out there because that just came through. So let's talk authenticity. Welcome to the channel. I'm Miss Kelly Travels Spiritually, and I'm so grateful to have you here. I don't know why I just did that like that. I don't know. It's just my body did that though. I'm so grateful to have you here today. 10:22 on the clock. Someone here is having a spiritual awakening. Man, somebody here is feeling on top. Ooh. Someone is in a situation. I heard rocky situation. Rocking the boat. Things are tense. Things are challenging. Not a doctor disclaimer, but you are feeling very anxious. And I think I have some message for you in a few minutes written down here that may resonate with where you are. But it's time to let the walls fall. When we speak on authenticity, when I first started to have my awakening, everybody would be like, the people that are online, because I had no one else around me, would be like, some of you didn't lose yourself, by the way, right? That was just like other things that you had on your path that you had to discover because that was your soul's lessons. Many of you may have lost yourself, right, to fitting in. Okay, going back to the authenticity is like when I first had an awakening, everybody, I would hear, you're not yourself. You're not yourself. And I became triggered by hearing that because I thought that I was being myself. But the more I went into doing the inner work, the first thing that happens, and many people run from this, when you start to make changes, when you start to do the inner work, things crash down. That is the first thing that happens, and people feel like when I started going after this, everything started crashing, and it scares the person. It scares the individual. It even scared me in my own way. And you can take that message however it resonates in your life. Things will begin to crash because those are the things that are false. Those are the things that are not built on your truth, your power, from your authenticity. Okay? I heard they were built from a place of where you thought was power, from an identity that you thought and believed was you. So when you start to go on this journey, things start to fall down and crash. So when I started going in, things started crashing. All these things I believed about myself, even the way I ate, the foods I ate, all the way to medicines I was on and so forth. All these things I was guided to let go of, release. And I went with it. And this is how I began to realize that I wasn't being myself. I wasn't living my truth. So before you learn who you are, you will learn who you are not. And it does hurt deep rooted. It also feels like it's more challenging when you're deep rooted in the game. And I feel like maybe your mission may be a bit bigger, right? You may be here to teach and guide, or whatever your soul came here this lifetime to learn, and how your soul came here to learn. It all plays its part to each its own on the individual journey. But one thing also that blocked off my authenticity that may resonate with you. It's like, I want to say it like this. Some of you may resonate with this and some of you may not, because again, your journey could have been quite different. For me, I saw people as people, whether it was a cop, a teacher, a mother, a preacher, it doesn't matter who they are. I always said they are still human. And that's the way I saw people. So I would speak up for myself to my teachers, to my mother, to whoever that I felt was disrespectful. And I felt like I had a right to this speech, but I got shut down every time. And it caused me to like lose my voice, which I lost a part of me. And I guess over time, I became weaker and weaker. And like, I didn't know how to stand up for myself without, I guess, being very aggressive, passive aggressive, rude, very reactive. Because those emotions were inside of me, pushed down, because I had allowed that to happen, right? Because I thought I took on the energy from others as my own, and I thought that I was wrong because every single individual said the same thing. You always got something to say. Can you ever be quiet? Can you ever just not talk? All these things that was said to me had me push all this down inside me. And I started letting people think whatever they wanted to think. I started to avoid conflict even more. I started to people please even more. This is coming through to me. Like, you got to think about this. Like, if somebody cut you off in the grocery store, okay, so you're in a line in the grocery store, say somebody just come through and just cut in front of you. Why would we allow that person like to have control over how we feel? Why would that stress us out? Why would that raise up blood pressure? Now, the doctor, disclaimer. Why would that take us out of our energy? That's when we have to look in at ourselves. When other people say things to us, right? And it irritates us and we feel some type of way about them. It is not about the person. It is about what is inside of us. And this is a total message that is coming through, or things that could be blocking your authenticity, or I heard curiosity, or the shadow work that is needed within you, or the shadow work that you have been doing that is giving you the clarity in your life today, guiding you to these emotions that are suppressed within you. Okay. So being authentic, a lot of people think that they are being themselves, but they find out that there's a part of them or parts of them that is giving their power away in different ways. Some to family, some to wherever, to each his own. Whatever you give your power to, whatever or whoever you are attached to, then owns you, controls you. You feel me? So like, be mindful of when you're unaware, it's controlling you. So whenever you got loved ones and people close to you in your life, what happens is you're usually attached to their energy unknowingly. So then it's almost like their behavior controls you. It feels like then you try to control like how they are, try to change them or try to change the outcome and think you know what's best for them or whatever, or vice versa, someone doing that to you. But that's because you're attached to their energy. And that's why it's important to release attachment and just connect. We cannot change other people. We can change only ourselves. But what we will realize is that when we make these changes in ourselves, people change around us. And this is so true. It happens all the time with my kids, but it happens at their own timing. But once I realized that I'm everything and everything that is me. So if I'm feeling some type of way, let's say toward one of my children because this, that, and the other, whatever it is, let's just say, then I'm going to look at myself, right? Why would I let their behavior control me? Instead, I've learned to look at myself. This is a practice that many of you are learning right now today. Look in at yourself because this is, like I said, I feel that children are a karma to teach us, to help us find these father and mother wounds within ourselves, to help us reparent ourselves. I don't ever think it's about parenting them. I think it's about parenting ourselves. Okay, so those are deep messages that just came through today, lovely soul. It is time to shine your light. I heard let your inner being shine through you. Let your inner being guide you. You are safe now to be your authentic self. You are safe now to let the walls come crumbling down around your heart. No matter that breakup, that whatever those experiences were that hurt you, it is behind you now. Do not let, I encourage you, yourself, I can't feel like I want to say be hard or be bitter because of some experiences with someone or in your life. Life is the best teacher ever, right? When we begin to see things in a whole new way, we don't have to see things as bad or good. We don't have to give things a meaning. We can just let things be. It's like a job. Right? A lot of times people settle on one job their entire life. God bless if that's what you want. If it makes you happy, more power to you, baby. But what I want to say is, let me give myself for example. I had 33 jobs and everyone always has something to say. You always quit your job. You don't never stay on the job long. I probably stayed on one job, maybe 1 year. Maybe I don't even know if I ever did. Because whatever I needed to learn at that job, once I learned it, I was done and I felt it was time to move along to something else. So every job taught me something. Every job showed me something that I needed to know, learn, or even know about myself, right? And it continuously moved me along my journey. So I never stayed at one job because, for one, I got bored very easily with doing things like that. Same day, every day, same thing. That wheel, bro, that didn't really sit right with me, right? So people always had something to say about it, but I just blocked that stuff out. And that's something that you have to do. And someone out there is like, if you got fired, and you can use this however in your life, if you get fired from a job today, it's not bad or good, right? Normally you've gotten signs prior to that this job was going to end, that something was going on or whatever. Those signs came to you, whether you saw them or you missed them, right? You felt it that something was coming to an end at this place, but maybe you got comfortable, right? And so it's not good or bad. If you get fired, it's a chance to move towards something new in your life. That change is constant in our life, however it comes to us. However change presents itself in our life, we must roll with it, lovely souls. We have not come here to just stay comfort in the zone. Life is the greatest teacher. Everything in our lives is teaching us something, right? So someone out there needed that message as well. So many people settle because they just get comfortable, right? And a lot of times when people cross over, their biggest thing that they said, they wish they would have did more of what they love. They wish they would have enjoyed and their experiences and not work so much, right? A lot of us, we have been taught to go, 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 do. That keeps us from tapping into our intuition. Basically keeps us in that masculine energy of always taking action, not looking after ourselves, not taking care of ourselves, not looking after our own well-being, our needs, our spiritual, mentally, physically, and emotional is what we should always be taking care of. No one taught us that, but today we are learning a whole new way, lovely soul. It is time to let the walls fall down. It is safe to be yourself now. Woo! These messages are coming through. Okay, look at that. Drop it. Drop the walls. Look, something fell. Y'all heard it. That's just confirmation. Drop the walls, baby. Now I have a card pulled over. It's not what's in my visual, but it's pulled down. We're both going to find out what it is for opening message today. My power lies in my peaceful presence. Let me find out. That's the card. Let me find out. My power lies in my peaceful presence. And it's giving me the vibes of not letting nothing destroy your inner peace. And when things do get in, when things crack in, you look at yourself and release that energy, which goes to this thing I wrote down, what I call the wheel of life. It leads me straight here. And I call this the wheel of life. Control your parts of the wheel. Steer things in the right direction. Nurture yourself. Let go. Tend to your emotions. Think positive. Focus on what you want. Double down on what works. Control what you can and let the universe do its part. This is what we call the wheel of life. Where we came unbalanced in the wheel of life at is that we didn't look at what needed to be let go of. We didn't look at things that we so-called didn't like. We would sweep problems under the rug. We would sweep issues under the rug. We would avoid conflict and not speak up for ourselves because we wanted to people please, or we just wanted to avoid conflict, things that we might have been taught. But it's up to us to change these things, right? So at the wheel of life, you know your part and what you do, and the universe does its part, right? And you're steering this in the same direction. You're co-creating with the universe, riding your boat, right? By taking care of yourself, nurturing your mindset, keeping things positive, keeping your vibration high. Keeping out what doesn't need to come in, but feeling what needs to be felt. Let go and releasing of what needs to be let go of. There are things that we do and there's things the universe do, and we got to know the difference so we can co-create, baby. That's the message that's just coming through right now. So from Esther T, I also worded in some of my own words because it's so to the T in clarity, and it's also something that I see. So when your soul feels overwhelmed with anxiety, and that goes back to the message I said earlier that I might have a message for you written down. You may have to rewind back to what that was prior to. I think it was more of the feeling stuck, trapped. Also seeing limitations. I'm also seeing beliefs. Tension. I think we may have spoke on that in that area. You have to roll back the video to see. But when your soul feels overwhelmed with anxiety, there is a breakthrough coming soon. Anytime I feel overwhelmed with anxiety, not a doctor, disclaimer, I am aware that there is a breakthrough coming real soon. If it ain't that day, it's the next day. And it always happens like that for me because it gets very heavy. You know, it's a saying that goes around like, I don't know how it goes, but right before the end, it gets tough. And that goes in all endings as well. So a lot of you are ending cycles and chapters and it gets tough, right? Many of you have been seeing what looks like tests from the universe. And you might have been feeling tested very heavily as you're completing out a cycle, completing out a chapter. But those tests are things that you, for many of you, if you see the test and you pass the test, you are seeing exactly the things that you were trapped in, that was having a control over you, basically. That may be something you knew you were working on that you finally understood and you learned the lesson from it. So it's things that you have learned the lesson from that will present itself to you as tests, making sure, hey, it's like, hey, you learned it, right? You said you're ready to move forward. Here you go. And that's what the test looks like. So we call it a test, but it's like the universe basically saying, hey, you said you changed. You said you're ready for this. Here's the things that you just were in. This is the energy that you were in. This is what you were learning. Now you move forward from it. So now we gonna send these tests to you to make sure that you're ready. That's how it is. And when you get into the end of something, it's always challenging. So before a breakthrough, it is always very, very challenging. Okay? It feels very heavy, right? It feels like almost what I call give up energy. When the chapter is ending, things get confusing hard at the start because you're in a new level. You're in a new space. Things are different in this space. You unlearn things in this space. You learn new things in this space. And you learn whatever lessons you've had from prior levels, you bring those to this level and you use what works in this level. But there are certain things that you will unlearn in another level because you'll see things differently than the last level. Let's keep it as simple as that. So yes, it gets confusing and hard at the start. That's why in the beginning of the video, that's exactly why in the beginning of the video, I said sometimes when it's time to start, you might start to feel fear. And that if you like stay in that energy, it'll lead to doubt and it'll go into procrastination or resistance to like pull you away from what you love, pull you away from what it is that you are supposed to cross. I also heard a threshold, baby. Okay. Whatever it is you're supposed to step into. There's a world of fear and there's a world of love, right? There's two worlds here now. Okay. Keep your spirits high and don't give negativity any chance to linger around. Okay. That goes back to what I was saying, the wheel of life. So there are two roads here now. There's one road where you can repeat the same cycles you may currently find yourself in right now. The other one throws you in a world of new beginnings. Let your intuition guide you and your faith inspire you. Faith will play a huge role in what it is you are experiencing in your life. You'll have to have this unshakable like faith, knowing that all is well and everything will work out the way it's supposed to and everything is working out for your highest good. I'm seeing the world. Okay. I actually seeing a world of luxury, right? Because I saw the word luxury. So some of you may not see this in your reality, but you feel rich. You feel abundant. You feel like a boss. You feel free. You feel fulfilled, right? And you've been in this energy for some time now. And now what is there for you? The world that's why I said world, that you are calling in. It's on its way to you, baby, because frequency, you become a match. So your physical reality is about to change. I feel like soon before you know it, maybe 6 weeks, maybe 6 months, maybe 6 days, you may wake up in a whole nother reality though. Okay, so take that how it resonates to you. Okay, let's move forward with these themes I got. Newness, new things, new cycles, and new beginnings. It is okay to shine your light. It is okay to be your authentic self. You are safe. It is okay to let the walls fall down. As long as you are in the right mindset, you have the ability to create. But whether conscious or unconscious of creating, we are always created, whether we are aware of it or not. Because think about it, the reality that you may find yourself in was created by you, whether you were consciously or unconscious of it. Your world is shaped and altered by your thoughts and words. Some of you are working with the powerful forces of the universe. Okay, let go of fear. Make a list of what you fear, what scares you, and begin to conquer those fears. Do one thing a day that fears you on that list, one by one. We are all connected and you are being called to be of service in the world. A gift from your angels is being sent to you, and it can come in any form. Be open to receive, okay? Be present. Expect amazing things to happen. Already feel grateful for the blessings now, as well as your existing ones. Be grateful everything and everyone that you already have in your life right now, lovely souls. Okay, let's get into this balance. So there is a balance that many of us are now finding out about. And it goes back to the message of go, 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 do. There is a balance between acting and surrendering, giving and receiving, right? Forcing and flow. This like most people, I don't know why I said forcing and flow, because there's also a difference there as well. There's absolutely a difference. So maybe that's why Spirit wanted me to say that, forcing and flow. So the key is to find that balance. You got to know when to act, when to surrender. You got to know when to give, when to receive, right? You got to know these things. These are masculine and feminine energies. And it's like you are creating this balance, right? And remember, shine the light in all aspects of your life and look at things, okay? Look. Shine the light on all aspects of things in your life and look at things, lovely soul. So there is this balance and act going on that many of us are now beginning to understand, instead of just go, doing, running around with your head cut out, right? So level up your ability to communicate with the higher source. This will help you manifest your goals in your dreams. Tap into your spiritual side and try to look at different situations in your life from a spiritual perspective. Okay, the insights that come through may be very surprising to you. Bathe in the energy of what you want to attract into your life. It's time to let the walls around your heart fall down. It's safe for you to open up. It's safe for you to be yourself. It's safe for you to express your authentic truth. Show the world the real you. In the past, you may have not been supported, and as well as things you may have carried over from your past life to heal in this lifetime. You may have been criticized by others, right? Which caused you to shy away from truly being you. The most hardest thing in this world is to be yourself. Something is always wanting your energy. There is this fear that keeps us trapped in our heads, overthinking this, always overthinking this one thing, caring what other people may think of us, caring about how people will feel about our authenticity. Or maybe from the past, it was shut down, so that is causing this block today to be our authentic self. Who will walk away from us when we begin to create these changes and be ourselves? That is another fear that many of you may carry today. It goes into this feeling like I'm seeing. So it's just like, say somebody was on drugs, right? And somebody was in a relationship, they was on drugs, and a partner was on drugs. One of them decided to get clean. So say the woman got clean, the man, he decided to stay doing his thing. So the woman, and it could be vice versa, I'm not sexist, I'm just using for example. Okay, so I felt like somebody was saying that. Okay, so anyway, so the woman got clean. Now she got clean, she realized that this is not the person for her. This person is not ready to change. They're no longer resonating. They're no longer getting along, because now it's time for her to move on. And this can be another example. So say I'm gonna use the man, right? So say the man, he starts to figure out his worth, but the woman, she doesn't know her worth. And as he discovers his worth, he realizes his partner doesn't see it. So the partner doesn't see his worth. The partner doesn't see his light. And as he continuously to grow, he grows apart from her. And you can take it however it resonates in your life, right? So this is what scares people to change, because they're afraid of losing things. One thing humans do not like is to let go, right? One thing humans do not like is unknown. Humans do not like that, right? And humans do not like not being in control of things they've been in control of their entire life. But we got to ask ourselves, the things that we were controlling that was for the universe to do, that didn't work out for us very much. That put a lot of us in dead ends. And that's why our inner world, we are encouraging you to really tap in and connect with a higher source, to really tap in and connect with your intuition and let your intuition guide you. Because the number one thing is to always trust your intuition over everything, right? You can see now why we was all taught to be in that masculine energy, go, do. And the whole key is harmony, baby. The whole key is balance. And many of you are finding this place right now today in your life. There's also this fear from some of you here, fear of being vulnerable, fear of feeling this as like viewing this as some sort of weakness, right? Because the world has presented to us that being hard is cool, right? Ignorance is bliss, right? Being vulnerable is weak. The world has taught us that being infantile, like a woman, weak. She weak, this what a woman do. A man, he's strong, this what a man do. I heard it's a man's world, right? In 3D. So that's the way it was created. And you can't beat nobody at their own game. You're the creator. You could create your own lane. Oh, let me find out while I'm rapping though. Let it come through like that, right? So yes, I used to have big walls up around my heart, right? And I also didn't like being vulnerable. I was definitely a masculine energy. I did not like being vulnerable because I also viewed it as weakness. I felt like people took my kindness for weakness, so I had to act hard, right, to make people bow down, so I wouldn't be approachable, right? So people wouldn't think that I was weak and stuff like that. All that's old stuff that we have to let go of because it blocks our heart, right? And feeling is a superpower, right? Being numb ain't no bueno. It ain't good for us, okay? So fear of being hurt. Someone's been hurt and they have this fear that is here today. Fear of letting your heart open up again, and you are this hurt from past experiences is scaring you. You are safe and it's okay. You are different now and you know how to protect your space. Setting boundaries, even setting boundaries for yourself not to cross, setting boundaries for others not to cross. When people try to cross their boundaries, they don't respect you. So that goes your clue right there, right? And if they continuously do that, they may not be the people that's supposed to be in your life, right? Don't let people cross those boundaries that you put there, right? You'll be surprised how they become very frustrated because of your boundaries. Oh, you think you better. It's just a thing. When people begin to change, when people are different from others, when people know their worth, when people make better choices for themselves, people begin to feel that they think they better than us. They think they better than everybody else because they don't do this, and they'll find an excuse because it's so much easier to judge than it is to look at ourselves. And we got to throw judgment out the window, baby, because you're going to notice a lot of people may begin to judge you right now, right? And only take it if it resonates to, don't create it in your life. But if you are noticing that, this is because whatever is playing out in your life, look at yourself if it triggers you. That's all I'm gonna say there. We're gonna keep it like that because I don't like to say too much about stuff like that, but it's definitely this energy of judgment that can possibly be in the air right now because many people are becoming their authentic self. Okay, this intense energy that we feel on the planet is intense. It's only because we used to shy away from facing things, from facing people and situations, right? We are used to ignoring energies that made us uncomfortable. We swept it under the rug. We ignored what we were feeling inside, right? We pushed it deep down inside of us, and some of us put ourselves on the back burner and put everybody else on a pedestal over us, superior of us, or taking care of everybody else's needs and wants, and we didn't take care of ourselves, right? And we pushed down this deep inside of us. And this is why the inner work is so key. We are facing our fears, facing what changed us and caused us to be far from our true selves, bridging the gap. Being your authentic self, you are creating a reality of abundance. Your creative channel will blast open, baby. Downloads and messages will begin to come through to you. You will see that you have a wireless connection with Source, the universe. You've had this connection all along, but the work has to be done to also raise up our vibration and frequency and open us up, baby. The heart is a portal. Love is energy. It is not an emotion, lovely soul. It is a way of being. It truly is, right? And you can love doesn't know. I can love you from afar. I can love you from a distance. I can always love you even if you're not near or around me. I still love you. Even if you're not going with me on the journey that I'm on, I still love you. I love you and I accept you as you are. But it doesn't mean I have to have you around me. Somebody needs that message today. Let's go ahead and get into the cards, baby. Woo! What is blocking your authenticity? What is in the way from blocking your authenticity or blocking you from opening up, baby? All right, let's see what it is, Spirit. What messages would you like to share with us today? Thank you, thank you, thank you. The highest messages. I appreciate you. Today was going to be different. I meant to share that with you. Look, happiness hater. Someone in your life is hating on your happiness. This is in the way. Look at this, Spirit. Oh, this is so new to me. Today, there is some travel, okay? Inner world travel is what I picked up. Going within and doing some inner work, doing some introspection is what's blocking you from being authentic, from opening up, finding out what caused you to block your heart, okay? That is the travel information that's coming through. Let's see if anything else is there. That's all I'm really picking up right now. Journal. Do some journal prompts. You can also do what automatic writing, set the tone and connect in, set an intention to connect in with your higher source and begin to ask the question, whatever it is, and write it down. Just let it write without you even thinking. It flows right out of you. I'm also feeling journal can help you get deeply within. For some of you, it's some legal issues. And I'm also picking up balance. So I'm feeling like lack of balance, being imbalanced. I'm also hearing chemical imbalance. Okay, dirt digging, looking for dirt on you or vice versa. You may be too focused in on other people. You may, what I like to say, mind your business. I like to mind my business. I feel like I want to get it tattooed on me, right? Because when you start to mind other people's business and focus out on other people, it is a tangled up web, baby. Real talk. But not in like selfish way, because you're realizing a lot of people are actually selfish, but like being somebody might call you selfish because you put yourself first. Make sure your cup filled up before you give, so you can give it from the right place. But that's not selfish. Selfish is when people always me, I, not thinking about nobody else in the world but they self. That is what selfish is. Somebody needed that clarity. Okay? Forcer. You may be forcing things. You may be forcing things, and that's causing you not to be authentic self. We even spoke on that. Forcing things on you, forces their way in, uses force to get what they want, right? And if that I'm not feeling like it's somebody else, I feel like that this is you. But if you do have someone else in your life that is doing this as well, they are also it could be like relationships or assignments, because they could be bringing something up within yourself that shows that you're forcing things. Let's just keep it like that. Look, someone says moving on, thank you, next. It's time to move on. It's time to move on. I feel like that's that starting point, that fear of getting started, that fear of that's stopping you from starting something new, from stepping into the unknown, right? And it's crippling you. That's some type of fear. It's time to move on. You're in a comfort zone, right? Somewhere you've outgrown something, and it's time to move on. That is what's blocking you from being your authentic self. And this could be, I heard, move on from a situation, move on from a relationship, a partnership. Moving on from the old ways of being, the old ways of doing, the old ways of thinking. Okay, stuff like that is coming through. Girl fight, arguments, physical fight, a war, and competing. Look, competing and all of whatever else resonates with you on this card, right? So there is some competing energy going on that's causing you not to be authentic self. Nobody can, the best thing, I had actually put a posting up yesterday that a light shined through my peephole on my actual competing paper I have on my wall. And it's like, as long as you are better than you were yesterday, you already won. You can never be someone else at their own game. There's no need to compete. You never know what you're competing with. It might not even be real. They might not even be real. You heard? And also, everyone's here on different paths. Everyone has different missions. Some are not going to have an awakening or experience what you experience and stuff like that. You never know what you're competing with. But the only person who knows your way is your soul, your intuition, right? And that's what it's trying to teach you. So competing, I feel like it's really, really, really a one big trap, right? You may be thinking, looking down on yourself and putting others on a pedestal superior over you, thinking you can't do it because this, that, and the other. Change your story. That's the message that's coming through as well. Look, a bad reputation. For some of you, maybe you have a bad reputation. You're afraid of being your authentic self because you're afraid of things you've done in the dark coming to the light. It doesn't matter. Whatever's your story is your story, lovely soul. Or maybe you feel like since you had a bad rep that people won't take you serious or see you for who you are. It doesn't matter. Change the story, lovely soul. Everything that happens in our life happens for a reason, lovely soul. There is no coincidences. Every piece to the puzzle will come together and make sense to our story. Like I mentioned about the jobs. It all makes sense on the type of things I've spoke on today. Okay, let's go into this deck and see what it is. What's blocking the lovely souls here today from being their authentic self, spirit? What message would you like to share? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see what it is. This is very different. Okay, your crown chakra. So, transmuting negative energy into light. Learning how to transmute negative energy into light, right? That right there could be what you're learning And as you learn this, it moves you more into learning more about yourself and your authentic self. Learning more about your authentic self, your authentic truth, how to use your power, right? And how to transmute negative energy into light, being the alchemist, right? So that is something that you're learning right now. If you're afraid of doing this, that could be the block of blocking you from being your authentic self. So take it how it resonates in your life. Some type of authority. I knew this card was going to come out today. I felt it. Authority, right? Some type of authority that you've given your power to, that you see, I heard like controlling you, that you put on a pedestal above you, that somewhere where you feel powerless at, right, is what is blocking your authenticity. Change, not wanting to change. I knew this was going to come out. That could be what's blocking your authenticity. And with authority, you might be seeing 10s. With the crown chakra message, you might be seeing 7s. If not, you will begin to see them. This is your message. 12, right? You'll start to see 12s. If you're avoiding change, if you're scared of change, right? I feel like void. Maybe you're in the void right now, feeling boredom, right? But you may be afraid of some type of change in your life. I heard embrace the changes that are coming towards you. The change is always what's bringing you towards something new. Everything lines up to the messages and stories I've given you today. Perception. I knew that card was going to come out too. You might be seeing number 35, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just knew that equaled up to number 8, right? I heard blocking abundance. Okay, so your perception, changing the way that you see things. Light perception is light, always changing the way that we see it. That could be blocking your abundance, and that could be blocking you from being your authentic self. Okay, lovely soul. Hey, and not believing in magic. You might be seeing number 31. Not believing in the magic that surrounds you. All right, check out the messages. All the stories are matching the cards today. This is totally different. I'm uncomfortable, right? Are you uncomfortable too? Well, we getting it in though. All right, let's go ahead to the next deck. Spirit, what messages are here today? You like to share with the lovely souls here today? What messages are here today that is stopping them or blocking them from being their authentic self, from opening up their hearts? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So let's see what we got in this deck. Gratitude. Not having gratitude for what you already have. Not having gratitude can block it off. Gratitude, Bradley, is a high emotion, right? It's a high frequency. So once you have gratitude, like you start to say thankful, be thankful is the entering message we had earlier. Being thankful for your blessings that you already have. Being grateful for the things and the people that you already have in your life. Being grateful you're alive. Being grateful you can always find gratitude in your life. And also saying thank you to the universe. Thank you to your angels. Thank you to your team in advance, knowing good things are coming your way. Always expecting good things to come your way, lovely soul. Check it out. That's the only expectations I have. I always expect good things to come to me. Good things flow to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm always expecting good things, but I always prepare for the worst, depending on the circumstances, right? But I'm always expecting the best. Okay? So gratitude can definitely block off you being authentic. Being ungrateful is what I'm feeling like right now. Okay? Being true can block off your authenticity. Not being true, not being honest, not being real with yourself and being real with others, showing your real self. Okay? Opening up to the universe can block off. I heard co-creation can block off you from being authentic. I heard check your beliefs. There are some beliefs that are not supportive of you. They're not aligned with you. They're outdated. They're outmoded, right? There is some new age coming through. Like people are saying this is new age stuff. Don't believe this. I heard do your own research and also go within to your own intuition and see. And you can even see we've had other messages of opening up to a higher power. So not opening up to the universe also gives me the vibe of being receiving, as we spoke on balance today. So not being open up to receive. Many of you are givers, right? We've been in that energy for so long, but when it comes to receive, even as simple as a compliment, we don't even know how to receive it. You can start, the universe will start with things like that. Somebody's just saying, I like your hair. Oh, you look nice. I like the shirt that you have on. And a lot of times, sometimes people don't even accept that. They don't even receive it. You got to make sure you don't have any blockages there that are blocking positivity, that are blocking abundance, that are blocking the good, that are blocking high vibe messages that are there for you, that are speaking to you. So open up to the universe. This could be blocking your authenticity. Positive thinking, not having positive thinking, stuck in a negative thinking. I heard negative looping thought patterns, stuck on that wheel, could be blocking your authenticity. Wow. Not seeing your inner beauty, baby. Not accepting yourself for who you are could also be blocking your authenticity. Oh, wait. Let's move to the next deck. All right, Spirit, in this deck, what messages would you like to share with these lovely souls today? What is blocking their authenticity? What is stopping them from being authentic? Thank you, thank you, thank you. The highest messages, please. All right, letting go. Not letting go. That is the other thing. Everything matches the stories, y'all. Y'all can go back and watch the video, though. Look, not knowing that you are limitless. And I saw limitations in my mind earlier, like infinite, right? Look, this is an infinite universe full of infinite possibilities, full of infinite abundance. So limitations, not knowing that you're limitless. Limitations could be blocking your authenticity. It actually will be, because your authentic self knows that you're limitless. Okay, manifesting your desires. Someone may be trying to manifest their desires and feeling frustrated and feeling down, right? And this could be blocking your authenticity. You could be focusing on it way too much, right? And that will cause a block because it feels like lack. So knowing that you have everything you need. Look, there's this magnet, right? I feel like you are magnetic right now at this time, right? And you're wondering why things are not manifesting, right? So it could be you forcing, or whatever comes up within you right now. As I'm saying this, you'll know exactly what that is. That's what I'm feeling, right? Look, being afraid of the journey of life, being afraid of the unknown could be blocking your authenticity. Okay, I don't know if let's go into this deck. All right, Spirit, any messages in this deck to help guide these souls? What is in the way? What is blocking their authenticity? What is blocking them from opening up? Any other messages? Highest message. Deliver the highest messages for us today. Ooh. They told me to take these cards. Look, discovery. I just said the journey of life. Look, not going on the journey of self-discovery could be blocking your authenticity. Not having faith could be blocking your authenticity. All of this has been spoken on. Not releasing and letting go could be blocking your authenticity. All three of those cards fell out at the same time. Bro, that's real talk, right? Isolation. You know what I'm saying? Not going on time to being with yourself, to know your energy, to separate yourself from others, your beliefs and so forth from others. Being afraid of being alone, being afraid of feeling lonely, right? Because you're never really alone. You might feel lonely, but you're never really alone. And this is what it takes. Being afraid of stepping away from others, being afraid of being by yourself. Take it how it resonates is blocking your authenticity, and being complacent is blocking your authenticity. Oh, wow. And there's some insecurity that is blocking your authenticity as well. Woo, baby, let's get into this deck, y'all. We almost done. Okay, we're going to get into 2 angel decks right after this and tie it all together. If you like this video, hit that like button. If these messages are resonating with you, hit that like button. If you got something to say to add to the video today to help lovely souls here, leave a comment down below. If you'd like to book a reading with me, the information is in the description area. Share this video, baby, with whoever you want to share this video with. If you're on Instagram, or follow me on Instagram at Miss Kelly Travel Spiritually. If you're new here and you open up to the vibe and you open up to the truth and it don't scare you enough to make you run, hit that subscribe button and that bell, baby, so you get all the newest videos that I drop. I love y'all. I love y'all. It's such an awesome, loving community we have here together. I love each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here. Let's go ahead and get into your last cards to tie it all together just for you. Highest message, Spirit, for the lovely souls here today. What messages here would you like to share with them? What is it that is blocking their authenticity? What is causing... Oh, speak up for yourself, baby. What is causing them to block their hearts? Y'all take them how it resonates to y'all, because y'all are feeling this. All right, Spirit, highest messages. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Doubt is what it is. Do not let doubt stop you. Like, it will rise, but don't let it stop you, right? Get spring up in that energy of doubt, doubting yourself, doubting your abilities, doubting your gifts, doubting what you are capable of, doubting your success, whatever you are doubting. That is blocking you from being authentic, because I feel like it's more crippling you, stopping you, right? In that form. Not forgiving yourself and others is what's stopping you from being authentic. Judgment of others and maybe judgment of yourself. I heard being hard on yourself is what's stopping you from being your authentic self. And these could also be blocks around your heart, okay? Envy is the other thing that's stopping you from being authentic and not accepting yourself, accepting things as they are in the space that you're in this moment. I heard self-acceptance is what's blocking you from your authenticity, lovely soul. So let's get into the angel decks. And then when we'll close out the video, I greatly appreciate you all for sharing your valuable time here with me. Yes, indeed. Look, the birds chirping. There go your confirmation. One card fell. The answer is to something is no. Oh, this card fell out. within the next few weeks. I heard not right now, within the next few weeks, to whoever that resonates with. Any other messages, Spirit, in here? Any other messages you would like to share with us today from the angels, the highest messages? Thank you, thank you, thank you. There's some clarity and confirmation for you all. Hold on, let me go again. What messages, Spirit? I appreciate you. A card fill out. Look, ask your angels. Ask your angels. Look at that golden light. Many of you, man, I feel like some of you, whatever you touch is turning to gold. Look, let go. Let go. Archangel Michael right there on the scene. Okay, whoever you are, I feel like what you touch is turning to gold, babies. I feel like you are listening to a higher power. You are listening to a higher source, your intuition. You are tapped in, lovely soul. Some of you may even been dreaming of rainbows, right? I heard set yourself free. It's time to let go of what no longer serves you. And let's tie together with one more angel message. Oh, there are, man, it's messages in here, y'all. And this is the last card deck to tie it all together just for you. You are safe to be you. You are safe to express and speak your authentic truth. You are safe to let the walls fall down on your heart. There's a world of fear and there's a world of love, lovely soul. Okay? It's all making sense to you. All right, Spirit. What highest messages would the angels like to bring across today to tie together this whole entire reading? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Y'all already know. Let's get into it. 1616, readjustments. 1221, taking initiative. Take them how it resonates. 111, intuition, self-trust, right? New beginnings. Hey, that's what I'm feeling. All right. Cycles, 1919. Be mindful. We spoke on two different worlds. One keeping you in cycles and experiencing the same thing over and over. And the other one that throws you in the unknown, baby, to new beginnings. To new change, to new things. Drama alert, 1717. Okay, let's read that. So independence, soul mission, alone, time. We just spoke on that. Learning, healing, and aspiration. Take a few deep breaths and focus inward. You need time to think things over and consider your options. At this time, you must rely solely on yourself. You might not believe it, but you are heading in the right direction. What appears to be a lull inactivity is just a natural part of the process. Check it out. Check it out. Those are the messages I have for you today. I love you. Take care of yourself. Until next time. Keep shining, baby. Keep being your authentic self. Let nothing stop you. Peace, love, and light. One love. Oh, come back to see me.